MC this evening, and I'd like to begin by, right off the top, it is a Hall of Fame banquet. You'll get to meet our coaches and our athletes, but I would like to recognize right off the bat Curtis Gilbert, former mayor of Eunice, and our first electee into the Hall of Fame. Curtis, raise your hand, please. Congratulations. And also our second electee, I believe electee is a word. Dr. Arbiter, is electee a word? For me. Okay, would be a longtime friend and an employee of Louisiana State University at Eunice on the faculty and staff, and that would be Dr. Steve Guempel. Later on, we will induct yet another member into the Bengal Hall of Fame. Nonetheless, please welcome William Nunez, Dr. William Nunez.
What would we do without Photoshop? Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to LSU Eunice, and welcome to this fourth Bengal Hall of Fame banquet. We are truly pleased to have you with us for what has now turned out to be a very wonderful annual event. And now we have, of course, these students were really coming from the Tri-Parish region, and now we have a campus that last year had over 3,000 students coming from over 50 of Louisiana's 64 parishes, and rather than 3 buildings, we have 8 buildings, with, of course, the 8th one being the new classroom community education building, which we opened up this last year. If you haven't seen it, I invite you to see it. Moreover, you may not realize this, but most of the TOPS awardees who attend 2-year campuses are here at LSU Eunice, and nearly all of the honors TOPS awardees are also here at LSU E, because quality is first and foremost at this campus. As Chancellor, though, from the time the Bengal athletic program began to the present day, perhaps the most gratifying achievement of the program for me has been the fact that overall our Bengal athletes have consistently distinguished themselves as students who frequently achieve an overall B average or higher, as an end result, identifying themselves first and foremost as student athletes, and not the other way around, not people who have to be students because they want to play ball. And that, my friends, is what's happening today. And I respectfully submit that's why college football, for example, has almost become semi-pro, not pro. It's turned into too big of a business. In fact, there was an article in the Chronicle not too long ago. Can colleges control college football? It's got to the point where they're bigger than the college itself in terms of money that they bring in. So it's a real issue. We have student athletes, first and foremost. Moreover, these students are also contributors to the community. They have consistently participated, of course the coaches have given them a little urging to do so, in the Book Buddy program, dealing with at-risk students from the pre-K through 3rd grade level. And do you know that 4 of the 6 low-income, high-success schools are here in Eunice? 4 of the 6 in the St. Andrew We've been working with those schools for 15 years, reading with those students who are at risk. So in closing, from this campus overview, I hope you can see why at LSU the saying, "Success starts here," is not simply a slogan, it's reality. And it's one that I think we all need to be proud of. So I thank you for being here this evening, showing your support for both LSU Eunice and Bengal Athletics, and I particularly thank you for supporting these student athletes. Because folks, that's what it's all about. It's always about the students. God bless you, bon appetit.
Thank you, Chancellor. Thank you, Tom.
Well, good evening and welcome to our annual Hall of Fame banquet. On behalf of the Bengal Athletic Committee, I certainly want to extend my thanks to all our sponsors, our donors, and all of you who have so generously supported LSU Eunice Bengal Athletics. We certainly appreciate your attendance this evening and appreciate your support. Let me introduce the members of the Bengal Athletic Committee who have worked very hard to put this together. Tom Voinche, who's our Master of Ceremony tonight. Debbie and Mark Derwan are members of our very fine supporters. James Badgeron, Anita Dupre, Jeff Willis, Madeline Landry, and I'd also like to mention Nick Phillips, our sports information. He's spent a lot of work with this committee as well and needs to be recognized. These people need a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard his name mentioned over and over and over again, all with glowing references. And I'd like to bring you that glowing man to the microphone right now. Jeff Willis, LSU Eunice Athletic.
Thank you, Tom. I know where Tom lives. If you all would like to know if you've said anything that's been you've taken wrong this evening, meet me afterwards and I'll point exactly where he lives. He would love to see you at his house. He does yard work on the side. He does driveways on the side as well. I was kidding Tom the other day. Tom redid his driveway, the asphalt in his driveway. Instead of going and hiring somebody, Tom's a little cheap. So Tom redid his driveway, so I said mine needs to be redone as well. So he picked up that work on the side. So if anybody needs their driveway done for free, see me afterwards and I'll give Tom when our teams win on the playing field or in the classroom, everybody wins our community here. And when I mean community, I mean the city of Eunice, Acadiana, and the state of Louisiana. And so we're very proud to be a part of the LSU system. We try to represent that system with the best class that we possibly can represent, not just on the field of courts or the field of play, but in the classroom as well. And so it's our goal every year to make you all proud. And hopefully we've been able to achieve that. But there's several other individuals that we need to recognize that put a lot of hard work and effort into making today happen. And those individuals are the Bengal Athletic Committee, or we've called it BAC for an acronym of them. Dr. Guempel went through those individuals, but I would like to go through them as well. Dr. Steve Guempel, Tom Voinche, Mark Derwan, Debbie Derwan, and Junior Badgeron are part of that. And so we could not do what we've done without those individuals. I want to thank Eunice Symphony and Miss Nancy Simon, who donated their time tonight for the orchestra. I know several, they may have stayed back. If I told them we'd bring them dinner if they stayed. I don't know if they stayed or not, but did they stay? No, they jetted out. But I want to thank them for what they did for us. Mr. Curtis Joubert and his wife Christine have meant a lot to this institution or athletic program over the time that I've been here, and even before my time here. And we definitely would not be where we're at today with those two individuals. Miss Stephanie Nunez and her mother, our Chancellor's wife, and Miss Adele, both went around the city of Eunice and collected silent auction items. And I'll tell you this, I don't know of too many places that the spouse of your chancellor would go and do those things. But that's the kind of stuff that makes this place special. And I'm very excited that we have them here. Miss Lisa Guillory helped with flowers here. Petals and Pots helped with flowers for our event tonight. Miss Jackie LaChapelle, who is our Director of Financial Aid, put in a lot of time with helping us do things and get things set up. I appreciate her help. Miss Joycelyn Miller, who is the Director of our cafeteria here, she's donating her time to be with us tonight and help prepare the food with us tonight. Mr. Nick Phillips, our Sports Information Director here to my right. Mr. Van Reed, our Public Information Officer here on campus, did a lot for us as well. Miss Madeline Landry, who is our Foundation Director here. And then the last four people I definitely want to take a little bit of time, who put more work in than maybe, I can't say everybody else combined, but I want to just recognize those four special people who put countless hours in to making this event possible. First is our athletic administrative assistant, Ms. Anita Dupre. Is she in here yet? Let's give her a round of applause. I was talking to her husband yesterday, and I said, she's kind of worn out. And she said, I don't even see her. She gets home and she goes straight to bed, and then she's up before I get up every morning, and she's put in a lot of time and effort. For y'all that don't know, Miss Anita Dupre, she's a part-time employee of our university, and she's only supposed to work 4 hours a day on the clock, but she's always here at least 6 to 8 hours every single day. We would not operate without that. And she does that out of the kindness of a heart. And I can't say what her and her husband has meant to this program. They're a backbone of this program. And so we definitely want to recognize her. The Guempels, Dr. Steve Guempel and his wife Martha. Martha put in a lot of planning of the event with the tables and the decorations and everything that she did. I'm pretty sure Dr. Steve Guempel is glad to have his wife back after this evening. So I definitely want to recognize them too. Let's give them a round of applause. The last individual is my wife. And I was thinking earlier today, I can't wait till after tonight that I get my wife back as well, because she's been doing a lot of different things behind the scenes, and she's been staying up till wee hours in the morning doing different things and doing with decorations and making some of that stuff. And it's pretty special to have a spouse as special as the one that I have. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without her, but I just want to recognize her. Let's give her a round.
He helped the Bengals to their first regional championship in school history during the 2003 season, before the team captured both the regional and district championships in 2004, sending the program to their first trip to the NJAA World Series, where they finished third in the country. King's name covers the LSU Eunice baseball record book, where he sits no lower than third all-time in every pitching category, except for saves because he was too busy throwing complete games. His 1.41 ERA in 2003 now sits second place all-time in program history after Brady Domingue posted a 1.34 ERA this past spring. Plaisance' 14 wins in 2004 are also tied for second in program history, while his 105 strikeouts in the 2004 season are the third most all-time as well. The only two-time All-American in the history of LSU Eunice Athletics, Mr. Kenny Plaisance.
Is after when I got here, it was kind of just unknown. I really don't even know how I got here, but I got here. When I got here, I went to Chancelor Bill. I played one playoff game in my whole entire career, and I really didn't know what success was. But even though I had some success on the field, it didn't it doesn't compare to what you have off the field and just being a good person. The stuff you learn, just how to be a man. Just. I have to remember his 4 rules, right? What was his rules, Roddy? You gotta help me with this. Be on time. Do what's right. That's the last one. Always give your best effort, and no transfer of blame, which is really the most important one, because you go through trials, tribulations, you live and learn, but it's the things you take from those, and how you interact in your everyday life. And he did teach me a lot as a person. And I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Coach. And just this place is special. It's kind of like my little hometown. A bunch of Cajuns, like crawfish. Love baseball. Growing up, I always wanted to play for the Tigers, as Nick said, and I guess figured, Bengals, purple gold. It's close enough. I'm a little nervous. Sorry. But I just really take this, and I think it's just an honor and blessing to be here with all you fine people, and I just appreciate y'all coming out here for me. And to the players, I just want to say, man, you just take every moment, live for it, live for your teammates. That's the most special thing, because half of these guys I play with, I mean, you don't get to see them. You don't get to talk to them. You grow up, you have family, you have kids, you have obligations, but this time, I mean, y'all playing something y'all love. And y'all probably mostly strangers to each other, but y'all have one common goal, and you can't find that anywhere else. You know, I mean, just going out there, giving it your all, playing baseball. I mean, how cool is that? You know, I mean, take care of your school. That's most important. You know, after this, you know, there's life after baseball. So, you know, just enjoy the moment. And, you know, that's my biggest thing I tell everybody. Enjoy playing with your teammates, because, you know, it's a game. It's full of emotion. You know, you move on, some of you will, you know, it's a business. It's not the emotional game where, you know, you're out there just for your teammates, you know. Like every time I went out there on the mound, I wanted to do good for my players, not for me, for my teammates, because I know how hard they worked and all the dedication they put in, and especially for Coach, because I know, you know, how much this means to him, and what he's done is just remarkable. I mean, this place is growing. We got pine trees now. Locker room, I mean, that all doesn't count what I got here. But, you know, it's very special. It's a very special place to me, and I'm just proud to have been a part of it, you know. When I got here, well, a year before Coach Willis, but, you know,
K